Hi, I'm Mark Cuban, and I'm about to give you some advice on how to be just a little bit richer than you are today. How do you get rich? Rich is all relative, so there's certain things you need to do in order to put yourself in the best position to be rich. The first thing you need to do is live like a student. When you get that first job, it's really cool. I remember looking at cars and thinking, I want this car. Fortunately, I kept my junker. Number two, you shouldn't use credit cards. I remember bill collectors calling me every 2 minutes. You're better off using a debit card when you need to just not use cash. Number three is save up 6 months' income. If you don't like your job at some point, or you get fired, or you have to move, or something goes wrong, you're gonna need at least 6 months' income. Then what I would do is probably put it into the cheapest SPX, Standard & Poor's mutual fund that I could find. If you're a true adventurer and you really want to throw the Hail Mary, you might take 10% and put it in Bitcoin or Ethereum. But if you do that, you've got to pretend you've already lost your money. And it's like collecting art. It's like collecting baseball cards. It's like collecting shoes. Something's worth what somebody else will pay for it. It's a flyer, but I'd limit it to 10%.
So we got Mark Cuban talking about Bitcoin. That's pretty funny. There's some things I definitely agree with that he said there. The credit card one, if you're smart, there's actually a lot of ways where you can get credit card points, and if you can actually spend what you afford, I don't think credit cards are a problem, and it's good to build up credit. But he's right. He's getting on the. He's becoming slowly a believer, but he's right. Obviously there is some risks, but there's obviously a lot of upside, and we've hit a new all-time high with Bitcoin. It's 1100, and let's see what happens in a month and in a year, if it keeps growing, or it's very interesting. Stay tuned to the channel, and we'll cover more of it.
What are you talking about? You love that movie. You even went as Avatar for Halloween.
I remember. That was not a lot of clothes.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
I'm running a special today. Buy something, keep having a comic book store to come to.
Well, this is awkward. I was actually going to return this.
What's wrong with it?
I finished it.
Speaking of something I find interesting, did anyone read that article about Bitcoin I sent you?
Yeah, I can't believe a single Bitcoin is worth about $5,000 now.
Wait, didn't we mine some a few years ago?
It was 7 years ago.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Really? All I can remember from 7 years ago is I couldn't get Kesha's TikTok out of my head. Tick-tock on the clock. Whoa, welcome home, Kesha.
No, we definitely mined some. I remember sitting in your bedroom and writing the program. I think we ended up with a bunch of it.
Wow. And at like $5,000 a piece? That
Sounds like a lot of money, which we agreed to share, because I was totally there. I remember now.
Can't believe we forgot about it.
It's not that surprising. They were basically worthless when we got them.
I wish I knew how much we had.
Sean, you must remember.
Of course I do.
Oh, yeah, he and I totally remember. You tell him, Shell.
I can't believe you haven't seen Avatar yet. What is wrong with you?
Penny and I just started dating, and, I don't like big crowds.
Because you're afraid Penny will leave you for someone in them?
Terrified.
Yes, instead of going out, they just stay home and have constant coitus.
Well, I didn't want to say it, but I do like to hear it.
Yes, Ma, I'll be home for dinner. No, I'm not ruining my appetite with candy. Oh, we're having brisket? Be home at 6.
Then maybe we should double date. I'll bring Penny and you can bring your mom.
I'll make your jokes, but my date started a savings account for me. Did yours?
Hey, guys.
Oh, Stuart, good. I was wondering, will you be accepting Bitcoin?
Well, I don't know what that is, but it's got coin in it, and my cash register doesn't. So, yeah.
Wait, what's Bitcoin?
It's a new online currency that's been developed. It's just like actual money, except you can't see it, hold it, or spend it on anything.
Sounds like the kind of money I'm familiar with.
If it's not tangible, how do you know it's not just going to vanish tomorrow?
Really? You're dating Penny and you're gonna poke at something that could vanish tomorrow?
I'll buy some Bitcoin. I just came into a little extra money when my dad raised my allowance.
You don't have to buy Bitcoin, you can mine it.
Mine it? Like mining gold?
Yeah, sort of. There's a limited amount, and we find it not by tunneling into the earth, but by using a computer to solve complex mathematical problems.
So let me get this straight. We have to write an elaborate program in order to find a fake coin that we can't spend on anything?
Yes.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, I'm in.
Staying up late, writing code, and sounds like a party.
Hey, Stuart, you wanna mine some Bitcoin with us? We'll write the program, you bring the snacks?
Too rich for my blood.
All right, so just the four of us.
Before we begin, this may have some unprecedented tax implications. In fact, we should start early because we're going to be on the phone with the IRS for hours. Did anybody else just get goosebumps?
Great, so just the three of us. Oh, yeah, we did it without you.
And do you remember what happened next?
Your mom called my mom and said we were being mean?
And after that?
You said that someday we'd regret this.
And do you know what today is?
The day we found out we're rich and none of it is yours.
Yeah, that's right, up top.
Hope you enjoyed that, guys. It was pretty funny.
So how's the wedding plan?
Don't pick on your nerd friends, because if you mess with them, they'll end up stealing your Bitcoin. Great episode. It shows how Bitcoin's becoming more mainstream, getting on the Big Bang Theory. That's pretty funny. All right, good night, guys.